you don't have lots of water, so they takes in the water. So how exactly a cactus with the storage of water will look like? Can you tell me how exactly they look like? Okay, stems are modified in green color, leaves turns into spines. Okay, now I'm asking, if water is present in cactus, how will you know? How it's like, how exactly it look like? It looks, no, not green. Of course, it looks green, but it will be like fleshy in nature, bulgy and swollen. Very good sight. So it will be like that, yes. So it will be fleshy and swollen in nature. So that's the exact thing. And also whatever you're told is right. Leaves will be modified into spines. So that why cactus will be green in color, and it performs what? Why it is green in color? To perform what? It looks green in color. Yes, photosynthesis. Very good. That's the main thing. So because of that only, because of to produce photosynthesis only, they look like green in color. Yes, of course. Okay, good. Okay. And also you have some short kind of dash which is present in creepers and climbers. The stem will be modified into some kind of thing so that it just attaches itself to the nearby for support and rigidity. So what is that color? They're called as tendrils. Very good. So it's called as tendrils. Okay, so tendrils only you have that small greenish color will be attaching itself. Okay, so that's what it is. And we talked about leaf. Okay, so the leaves and all we saw. I've got two colored leaves, so probably we can discuss during the time of it. Now we'll talk about the structure of leaf. I'll just share the screen. You can able to see that, and we'll see about the structure of leaf first. Is the picture clear? Can you able to see the picture? Can you able to see the picture? Yes, okay. So we were always talking about leaf is also, you call it as food factories of leaf and all those things we already know. Also they have different colors and different shapes and all those things and all. It's very common thing. And now we'll be talking about the parts of the leaf. So there are some kinds of parts of the leaf. Why? Because leaf is a little bit complex in nature, so that parts of leaf is always common in it. So you have tip, margin, midrib, vein, and lamina, also petiole. So these are some of the parts of the leaf. Now we'll just see everything in a very detailed manner. So you have lamina. First thing is lamina. So this will be called as lamina. What exactly is lamina? Is flat green blade like part of leaf is called as lamina. So here in this area you will be having some sort of greenish color. Okay, so I think wait, let me just show you this picture here. Before this, I'll just show you the picture, the original picture. Can you able to see it? Is it clear? Can you able to see? Yes, okay. So in this area, okay, so here, if you could able to see, there are some kinds of small line-like thing. Okay, so here you can able to see like small line-like things. So wait, let me just see here. In this only you will be having that is branches from the main branch. Okay, from maybe from this greenish color you can able to see small greenish color in this area. Okay, so this is what it is called as lamina. So it's like a blade. Okay, so there'll be like a blade like thing, so that's called as lamina. So that's what here is also given. So this is actually an artificial picture. So yeah, you call it as lamina, and it is attached to the stem with a short stalk-like thing called as petiole. So petiole. So this will be called as petiole. So petiole is nothing but when a leaf is there, it will be attaching to the branch. Okay, so branch, it will be attached to some branches, so that when you pluck, you'll be plucking from this area only. So that area will be called as petiole. And the next one is it. You will notice numerous lines on it. They'll be calling it as veins. So this lamina, what happens here actually? This lamina? This in plain area you can find the lamina here, but in neem leaf and all, it will be called as structure. Okay, so they'll be called it as margin, not margin. Yes, the margin, and it will be divided into sharp blade like thing. So this margin will be divided into sharp blade like thing. So you have different names for that also. So here now we can see the vein. So from the main vein, okay, so from the main vein only small laminas will be falling. So here this from this midrib, this is called as midrib. So this connects along with the petiole. So what this thick vein, okay, this is called as thick vein. So the thick vein will be also called as midrib. So along from the midrib comes the vein. Vein is small light greenish color, but in between the veins you can see numerous lines on it. So that's called as lamina. Okay, so that is the difference between vein, midrib and lamina. So lamina is nothing but the in between you will be having the lines. Okay, so it first thing was the petiole. From the petiole rises the midrib. Okay, so they will be arising the midrib. So branches of midrib you will be calling it as veins. So in between veins small greenish color will be seen, so that you will be calling it as lamina. And the giving of the structure, okay, so the structure you call it as margin. Structure means the overall presentation of a leaf. Okay, so that structure you will be calling it as margin, and the upper part will be called as tip, and the basal part which is attaching itself to a branch you will be calling it as petiole. So these are the structure of the leaf. Okay, so from the petiole, okay, the branch will be present. So there comes the petiole. From the petiole goes the midrib. From midrib only veins will be coming outside. So in between the veins you will be having small line like thing. So they are called as lamina. And the whole composition of a leaf, okay, the closure area you will be calling it as margin. And the stop of the thing which is pointed, okay, so pointed towards it, you will be calling it as tip. Now we'll just see it in this leaf. So here you can able to see, so this is called as petiole. This greenish structure you call it as petiole. From the petiole here it goes like this. So this will be called as what? This will be called as the midrib. So midrib is an in between, it's there. So midrib. Along with this, the green color structures will be going. So you call this as veins. So in between this small green color, I think you cannot see it here, but in this side maybe you can able to see it clearly. Okay, where the stomata and all those things will be present inside. Okay, so there will be numerous lines, you call it as lamina. And this side, okay, the sides of the leaf you will be calling, it gives a one texture, right? So the sides of this area you will be calling it as what? You will be calling it as margin, and the tip of the plant leaf you call it as the tip. Okay, so this is what the structure of leaf or the parts of leaf is all about. So moving on to the next one is leaf venation. So next we'll be talking about the leaf venation. So yesterday we already saw about leaf venation, right? So we already talked about leaf venation. There are three major kinds of leaf venation. So you have parallel venation, you have reticulate venation, and you will be seeing about. Okay, so one is parallel venation and the other one is reticulate venation. So we'll just see. So the plants and the veins on the leaves runs parallel to each other. They are called as parallel venation. So you will be having a midrib here. So it will be like parallel to one another. Okay, so the leaf here will be parallel to one another. So this parallel type, okay, so parallel type is all the veins will be one parallel to each other. So that will be called as parallel venation. And the next one you will be calling it as reticulate venation. So what it is, reticulate venation is they'll be having a net-like design. So net-like design is if a leaf is present, so one will be like this and the other one is little bit upper. Okay, so they will be forming a net-like structure like this, and again like this, Okay, from like this, so they will be forming a leaf. Okay, so that's called as reticulate venation. So what exactly a leaf venation is all about? Formation of vein. Okay, so formation, the veins, how arranging itself in one particular leaf, it may be of parallel or reticulate, but how it is able to arranging itself, so that's called as venation. Okay, so they'll be one can be seen in fibrous root and the other one will be seen in the tap root. So the plants with fibrous roots, okay, so they will be having this parallel venation, and the plants with tap root, they'll be having the reticulate venation. So you can able to identify it easily. So probably the plants with fibrous root, always the plants with the fibrous root will be having parallel venation. What is venation? The veins which is attaching, accordingly you call it as venation. So fibrous roots, it's always parallel venation, and taproot, it's always reticulate venation. So one speciality of the taproot is they have this net-like design. Okay, so net-like design will be seen. So that's called as parallel venation. So these are the two example, two major types of venation. I'll show you the picture of the venation so you can see it. So see here you have okay, here you're having a parallel venation. So example is banana, probably. Okay, so when you see the picture itself, you can know. So you have the midrib here. So along with the midrib, you can able to see how neatly the veins are arranged parallel to each other. So in this area itself, near to itself, you can able to see the arrangement of veins. So see how parallel it is arranged. So if a midrib is there, it's like equally it's arranged like this. Okay, so this is called as parallel venation. So parallel venation is the vein arrangement of veins, you call it as parallel venation, and like the pair, if they are attached parallel to one another. Okay, so formation of veins in the leaf, you call it as parallel venation. And we'll be talking now, we'll go to the reticulate venation. Okay, so I have a leaf here. It's an example of reticulate venation. So can you able to see the lines clearly here in this or this? Probably you can able to see the lines here. See the arrangement of the vein here. Veins here is it's in a net-like manner as they told. So here one leaf will be one line vein is going. So it's like a little bit higher. Okay, another line is going. Similar way you can able to find it here also. Okay, so here also they'll be like, see, you can able to see the venation. So one will be going upside, other one will be a little bit down and it will be going. So these are the major differences. Okay, I couldn't get the banana, so I just got this. All right, so this is what it is. All right, so these are some of the major example of venation. So one is called as parallel venation and the other one is called as reticulate venation. Okay, now we'll move on to the next one. So the next one is here, they'll be talking about photosynthesis. So of course you know about photosynthesis. What is called as photosynthesis? Can you tell me what is called as photosynthesis? What's called as photosynthesis? What exactly the word photosynthesis is all about? Plants making food. Very good. So the things, it's like plants making food. Can you tell me what are the raw materials which is needed for the preparation of photosynthesis? What are the materials required for the preparation of photosynthesis? Okay, water, sunlight. Okay, all right, energy. Fine. Air, very good. What kind of air? Specifically, one thing is there, right? Okay, so protein, okay, carbon dioxide and chlorophyll. Very good. Okay, soil. Okay, soil and okay, so whatever you told, soil, water and all, it's like other compositions. So mainly, yes, carbon dioxide. Okay, so the process of leaves which makes the food with the help of water, carbon dioxide in the presence of sunlight and chlorophyll, you call it as photosynthesis. So that's what it is. So green color thing you have seen, right? So in this, it's a little bit green in color, light green in color, but here you can see the difference. It's a little bit darker in color. So even whether it is darker in color or lighter in color, everything is green, right? So everything, both the leaves are green in color. If it is green in color, means green colors requires they have the chloroplast. Inside the chloroplast they have chlorophyll pigment, which gives the green in color. But if it is very dark, means dark, it will be like very dark color, means more chlorophyll will be present, and light colored means a little bit chlorophyll content will be little bit lower. But chlorophyll is very much necessary for the preparation of photosynthesis. So along with the chlorophyll, you need water, you need sunlight, and also you need carbon dioxide. So that makes up the photosynthesis. So the most important function is to prepare food. So because of the preparation food only, they are called as food factories of the plants. Okay, food, leaves are called as what? They've called as food factories of the plant. So preparation of photosynthesis is so much important. Now we'll just see about the photosynthesis. Whatever you have told is right. So first thing is carbon dioxide will be seen. So carbon dioxide along with water. Okay, so along with water will be present. So carbon dioxide will be mixing up with water. So what they do in the presence of sunlight. So in the presence of sunlight, also in the presence of chlorophyll, they'll be producing what? They'll be producing glucose. That is, they'll be producing food. Okay, so food will be produced. So along with the food, certain thing will be released. Okay, so they'll be coming it as a byproduct. So along with the preparation of food, oxygen will also be released. So this is what actually the photosynthesis is all about. So carbon dioxide, along with the water, in the presence of sunlight and chlorophyll, they give you what? They give you sugar. So this is sugar. Okay, so sugar and also oxygen. Byproduct will be oxygen. So leaves give out oxygen during the process of what they are during the process of photosynthesis only. So there be and food parts, wherever where the region stored in foods, okay, wherever the places it's stored in the form of, it's also stored in leaves, it's stored in flowers, it is stored in fruits, so it's stored in stems. Okay, so they have different stems also. It is stored in roots. So we have seen these in the first unit, right? I remember teaching you this. So we saw about where are the food storage of foods are there. So it's like they are combined in leaves, probably the leafy vegetables and flowers. Okay, flowers is nothing but maybe the cauliflower examples. Fruits, okay, fruits, stems, so potatoes, carrots, and potatoes. Roots means carrots. So these are the area storage of food. So leaf stores, in leaves also what? The foods are stored. Okay, so this will be taught in the leaves. So these are the things which is needed to be what? Identified in the leaves. So now can you do you understand, or do you have any doubts? Yes, do you understand, ma, or are you having any doubts? I'll teach again if you're having any doubts. Okay, so if you're not having any doubts, then we'll ask questions. So if you know the answers, probably you can able to answer me. Okay, so what are leaves called as? What are leaves called as? They're also called as what? Yes, good. So they are called as food factories since they prepare their own foods. Okay. All right. So next, can you tell all the parts of the leaf? Can you tell me the parts of the leaves? All the parts of the leaves clearly? Yeah, lamina. Okay. Midrib. Okay. All right. Vein. Okay. Very good. Petiole and tip. Good. Very good. Lamina, vein, margin, and petiole. Very good. All right. So can you tell me the leaf venation? What is meant by the term leaf venation? Leaf venation. Arrangement of what? Arrangement of dash. Leaf venation means arrangement of veins. Very good. So arrangement of veins, accordingly, you call it as, yes, formed by the veins. Okay, yeah, good. So because of that only veins, the leaves formation will be done. And also, can you tell me the types? What are the types which is given in leaf venation? Types of leaf venation. Name them. Okay, veins, it's V-E-I-N. Okay. Banana, okay, banana, it's the example. So parallel venation, okay. And reticulate, very good. Okay, so parallel and reticulate. So maybe other than that, all of the major leaves will be like, okay. How will you identify which root system is parallel? Which root system belongs to the parallel venation? Which root system belongs to the parallel venation? Taproot. And no, parallel, I'm asking parallel. Parallel venation is fibrous root, ma. Okay, so okay, no issues. If you told wrong means, but clearly it's fibrous roots comes under the parallel venation and tap root comes under the reticulate venation. No issues, no issues, no sorries and all. Okay, so fibrous root, please to take note. Fibrous roots comes under the what? Fibrous root comes under parallel venation and tap roots comes under reticulate venation. Okay, so make clear, no issues. Now coming to photosynthesis, and I hope you are clear with photosynthesis and also all the examples of photosynthesis, like where the food's getting stored, maybe in leaves or maybe in shoot root system and all those things. I hope you're clear with all the things. So yeah, you have an activity called as to study different types of leaf. So what are the materials required is pen, paper, leaves of different plants such as grass, bamboo, croton, banana, papaya, pine, and rose. So maybe I can get some leaves and we can able to see. Okay, we'll just see this maybe in the later classes. This can be done. We'll just do it as a group and observe it, and probably we can write it. All right, so the next thing is transportation. So transportation, I'll just yes, of course I can show you the parts of the leaf. Just a minute. Okay, so this is the part of the leaf. So you have petiole, vein, margin, midrib, and tip and all. You are marking, okay, you can just mark it, no issues. Now, transportation is the next topic which we are going to see. So whatever the things, maybe all the transportation parts, we'll just see it in the later classes. So you have been asking me your marks. Okay, I'll just tell you again. All your marks, please, those who haven't noted down, try to note it down. Hereafter, I'm not telling any marks, okay? I'll just tell you the mark. So whoever hasn't marked it, mark. Please do take note of your marks. Okay, so it's Yashwant. Yashwant is 10. Shri Kurali is 12. Shrutika is 12. Pablo is 12. Sai Sarvanan 12. Tamika 8. Jolin Elma 12. Srinidhi 12. Shivani 12. Lakshan 11. Shafa 12. Lakshita 12. Ahmad Rasim 12. Jotham 12. Yuvan 11. Anushka 12. Jivisha 12. Arshin 12. Kamalam 11. Lufti Ahmed 12. Selva Muthukumaran 7. Annie Joyce 12. Laranya Shri 12. Robin Santosh, it's 11. Farah Rahman 12. Fiona Tabasum 12. Murali Anand 12. Pradeep 12. Tarun Karthik is 11. John Kristen 12. Aisha Sahana 12. Advika is 12. Santosh 12. Sasilida 12. Hinaya 7. Saif Ahmed 12. Ritika 10, Simona Anand 12, Kanishka 10, Misha Shalom 9, Syed Parvesh 12, Ritula 12, Anas Ahmad Amin 10, Jason Philip 12, Raja Raksha 10, Frejan Matthew 12, and there's a no name, so it's also 12. Nathaniel Jonathan 12, Satya Narayanan 12, Hemishwar it's 11, Sanjay Srinivas 10, Lucky Shah is 12. Are you clear with your marks? Okay, there was a name called as, nobody wrote your name, so you are 12. I think it's Farah Rahman. Okay, so if you didn't write your name, then that must be you. Okay, so hereafter no asking your marks. Okay, so that will be your marks. Please do prepare for your exam. Okay, so have you started your activity? Do you have any doubts in your activity? Have you started your activity? Have you started your activity? All right, so next week will be like 5 to 6 days. You will be having your deadline. Tuesday will be your deadline. I want you to submit before Tuesday. Okay, so you're supposed to submit your activity before Tuesday, and after that I'm not going to take any one of your marks, so try to submit it before Tuesday. So that will be your last activity for this thing. Okay, so unit 2. No, you're not supposed to make dish and all. You're supposed to just see it from the picture and identify the food substances, the ingredients which is necessary, and what are the ingredients is present, write it in a chart. Okay, balanced diet chart, and wherever it is present you can able to mark it. So if it has protein content, write it as protein content. Okay, if it is carbohydrate content, you can write it as carbohydrate content. Okay, don't need to prepare dish and all. Yes, what's your doubt? You can make it as much as attractive you want. You can add some kind of drawings in your activity page, but it has to be attractive. That's all. You can use colors. You can use maybe sketches, different colors sketch. Okay, so all this. No, I've sent, yeah, in Google Classroom, you'll be having a link, Google Form link. You're supposed to post it in the Google Form. Okay. You are supposed to post it in the Google Form. Okay. Farah Rahman. I didn't see your name at all. There's a paper with no name. Okay, Farah Rahman, Farah Rahman is 12. Okay. All right. Thank you so much. Have a good weekend. Take care. Bye. Thank you. Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you, ma'am.